Hello, how's it going? Oh, hold on a second. Come on. Ah, hello? There we go. Hi there, everyone. How's it going? Sorry, I was looking off into the corner. And by looking off in the corner, I mean my camera was like completely like off. Ha! Right when I started to. I also, once again, doing the wonderful, what's it called? Tradition of not having tits up. Like, I need those bananas. It's customary to have bananas thrown. It is not a rock stream unless bananas are being thrown my way. And it kind of hurts. Hello. No. There we go. One more. And that's Alright. Oh, stop. Stop it, bear. Alright. But what's it called? Everything's pretty good so far. Not too much event has happened since Thursday. I was making clips of Pokemon. I was surprised that like I had to clip the one part when I like screamed like from like Carmine's point of view. I didn't realize how loud it was. I was like, "Oh man, that actually kind of sounds like my dad. It's a bit scary." But I'm like, "Oh no." But everything else so far is pretty solid though. Um yeah, just kind of calming down for the weekend. Mostly just kind of getting some stuff together, getting some medication in check for my cat because she has really bad like or used to have a bad wheezing problem, but when she went on medication, like she started to get a little nicer, or at least like her like cough was no longer there. So we got to make sure that she's on gets like her like re-up. I feel like we need to buy her some new treats soon because it's been some time. But yeah, I was wondering about like what game to play. I was like racking my head over it. Part of me was like, it was either gonna be Unicorn Overlord or like The World Ends with Neo. The World Ends with You. Over here, there we go. But what's it called? I'm going to get started on that now and be able to avoid this because I want to like crack in. I want to get going. It's a very exciting game and it's something that I've been looking forward to. I bought it, I believe around like maybe April, May. There was like 1 week where it was like a little bit like it had like a discount. It was either 50 or 40, I don't remember. But it is going to be a lot of fun. I am somewhat well versed in a lot of Vanillaware stuff. I really enjoy the first one I enjoyed was actually Dragon's Crown because that was like the one that was like everywhere on the PS3. And then like maybe like on in 2020 I like binged through like what's it called? 13 Sentinel. And that was like probably like one of my favorite video game experiences I've had within like I guess aside from like SMT5, like that would probably be on like the tippy top 13 Sentinels. But I also played Odin Sphere a little bit afterwards, and that wound up being really nice. It was actually pretty cool to see how far that went. But this is going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to this. The only game I feel like I need to play still is Muramasa, but it's so hard to find. To get it on like, I think I might have to get on like the Wii. It was like either on the Wii or the Vita, but I'd like to get it at some point. That and Dragon Card 3 are like and like what's it called? SMT like what's it called? Digital Devil Saga. Those are like the 3 games where I'm like I need to like learn how to find this through like not so savory means. This isn't Pokemon. Pokemon's usually my Tuesdays. On Thursdays, I usually kind of have the slot like set aside for. Well, at first it was kind of like, oh, oops. Sometimes it's a little like low when it comes to some of the other games. So I'm like, oh wait, like I have to talk over everything. But yeah, I think for the most part, like, my Thursdays, it used to be Fire Emblem Engage for the longest time. But, like, within the past month, it was like a merry-go-round of different, like, different, what's it called? Different games. Mostly, like, Genshin. But I wanted to move on from Genshin. Yeah, I'm gonna have a ton of fun if this is one of those games where you get to voice a ton of them. Let's see. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this because it's like after going through 13 Sentinel, it was such a nice experience that I went back into like Odin Sphere a bit. And I was just like, oh man, like all these games are really solid. I need to re-download Dragon's Crown, just play it on my off time. That's a ton of fun. I got alternated between like the Amazon and the what's it called? The Dwarf of the Axe. I beg you, my queen. Oh, you already did this.
To where, I might ask? Nigh every last of Cornia's lords has forsaken us in favor of the traitor Valmor. No refuge remains for a crowned fugitive. Yet the general seeks my death and mine.
I feel like the audio is like really quick. No.
Alone. Though you still can. A sole rider with Elaine at your side. Take him, Joseph. Raise that delicate seedling into a sturdy tree capable of weathering the harsh climes that await. And pray safeguard the ring of the unicorn as well. Hold it close to you until Elaine is a man grown. He will have need of the power it bears.
My queen,
My queen. Oh, baby Alan.
Mother? Are they coming for us?
Coming force. Heed well these. Come on.
Words, Elaine.
Come on, the audio. Why is
I
it
say
there
this not
delay?
as your mother, but as your queen. From here forth, you're to treat Joseph's command as though it were spoken directly with my tongue. Do you understand?
Of course, but is there something amiss?
My faith and more lies with you, Joseph. I only pray it is enough.
Yeah. I guess some of these are voiced, yeah.
And may
I
the
think that
heavens
maybe
bless
some of the cutscenes, like when you're playing the game, might not be voiced over.
Why are you just standing there, Joseph? Aren't you going to help her?
Let me check the options. So I feel like it might be like a stereo. Let me see. Auto advanced dialogue, no. I want to be able to click. Nope.
would that I were able, my prince. Come, we've not a minute to spare.
No, it's all good. No worries. I think what's it called? I feel like it's one of those things where they might like have like different things. Yeah. Bar all exits to the city. The queen is not to leave these walls alive. Our great general, reduced to little more than base traitors, You'll find my head not so easily parted from my shoulders, Valmor. I wonder if you could say the same. Come, everyone. We march this day for Her Majesty Ilenia. There we go. Ah, thank you. What's it called? I should get a head pat like set up. I have the throw one set up, but I need to have the actual head pat one set up. Maybe over like one of these weekends, I'll probably get one like aligned. Select Queen Alenia's. Wait, move the cursor with this. Select Queen unit and move. Blah. The traitors. Let's see. What's this orb? Maybe. I guess I shouldn't worry too much. Oh, you select them, then select, move.
Destiny awaits.
Oh, select Valimor's unit. Okay, that is. Wait, Valimor. There we go.
Consider wisely our options. Make haste. Destiny awaits.
Oh, they make their like kind of like little trek across the map. Let's see. Battle. Battle.
Brace yourself.
Does this suit you?
Oh man.
Regrettable end. You'll see
I
no
regret.
Behold my might. I trust you.
Go.
Oh man. Think how that worked. It's like, let me see. I guess it's just like based off of like whichever units are able to mash together. Organize? Oh, it's just kind of the map area. Guess let's do battle. Let's go.
I have you.
Acquire.
I shall protect you.
Oh, a nice shield one.
I trust you.
Ready yourself.
I wonder what the main mechanics are behind, like, what makes these units, like, excel in certain battles over others.
I shall protect you. We strive together. Does this suit you?
So it almost seems like they're training me more for, like, mobility at the moment versus, like,
How's this?
the units.
World
I have you.
My magic is yours. Cornea
Great.
shall never cave.
The details. I guess it's just loadout, skills, stats. I guess the numbers are based off of the exact amount of fights you have in you, maybe.
Caesar.
Et tu? Si.
Enlighten me, Valmor. To what end do you seek to usurp my throne?
Self-centered fool. It's not merely your throne I aspire towards.
Not all of the
It's
thrones.
all of them.
Be like, it's not personal. I just want to sit in a lot of seats.
Zenoira are the rightful sovereigns of Fevrith, and I, the blade to restore our world to its natural order.
You seek to plunge the continent into war. Fevrith need not suffer your delusions.
A proper ruler demand unity, not pointless politicking with insufferable neighbors.
I have to like time it
I
almost.
shall achieve that unity through conquest and reclaim that which
It's like, it would be nice to sit in a couple seats. I want to see what the difference in seats are between all of the kingdoms. One throne for every mood. It's like ambition strong.
I promise you, my queen, the royal lineage shall endure. Tis been a great shame I couldn't aid you further. All has gone according to plan, my lord.
Yes, I'll finally get to see what this seat feels like on my tush.
Yet our work only just begins. We
It's like Goldilocks. You gotta test all of them to make sure which one's just right. Be like,
which will see Zenoira's
when I find the throne that feels the best, I will let the other countries free and just take over the one with the best seat in the house.
Curious, though, that we've no trace of the old knight's captain. About that, my lord. A lone cavalry unit was spotted riding through the eastern gate before it was barred. And the boy is lost to us. A truth obscured only by his mother's futile attempt at a counter-offensive.
Sir, we captured so many countries. We did so much. It's like we've already like burned all of the bridges. Like most of these countries will be without rulers if we walk away. It's like, so what? I found the one that feels nice. I want to retire here.
It would seem I underestimated her penchant for
What do we do with the other thrones? Perhaps we could resell them. Hopefully they go for a nice price. Used furniture doesn't often sell too well. If worse comes to worse, I will just have to put it in front of the castle and wait for somebody to pick it up.
The fallen Sonoran Empire, coordinating
Be a scalper.
against his erstwhile home at the seat of its monarchy, Gran Corinne.
Like the people that like pre-builds like IKEA furniture just to sell them. He puts them on the curb. It's like, I'm sorry, all of these thrones are going where I put all of like the used televisions I don't need.
Safe flight, and mustering what meager forces remained by her side, she rallied a defense as valorous as it was damned. With Cornelius
Man,
being lost,
that horse made it across water.
fell to her faithful knight Joseph, who took wing
Man, I imagine there's probably boats for it, but imagining like a horse on a boat is just really funny.
of Albion.
Man just needs to go to Goodwill and leave everyone alone. It's like, dude just needs to learn how to like put it like for pawn or hawk. Someone would happily buy this.
Could only but struggle
And you could free up room in your like big castle.
Yet each realm's endeavors fell in vain time and again. And ere long, Zenoirus
Man, he really did the thing where he was trying to capture all the seats.
his blood-soaked unification come to bear. Few dared stand against the ironclad fist of Emperor Galerius. Embers of resistance burned on. Yet the downtrodden
The boat runs on horses. Oh, it's like kind of like one of those like electric like kind of things. Or like I think like sometimes when you put like an electrical bike and you like kind of like run it, and sometimes it can like power things through like the kinetic energy. be like, what they don't tell you about the Unicorn Overlord is how many unicorns are used per year to power their steamboats. Instead of a hamster on a wheel generating electricity, it's a horse on a treadmill. Horsepower! 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 I think it was like, what's it called? I feel like it was like Lamborghini Mercy. Like, had like this part that was like clipped out. It was like horsepower, 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 horsepower. I feel like I saw that recently. Wonder where those two are at again.
Well, that takes care of the altar. I suppose I should be getting back.
If you or your neighbor's unicorn have been used as free labor for a boat, you have now been entitled to stable compensation. Be like, we recalled those boats after all of the unicorn accidents that have happened. It's like, there have been many, like, class action suits for people who have lost their unicorns after their unicorn overloaded the boat. Horsepower. Unicorn Overlord. The story of how an industrial revolution across the nation helped people move away from horse-powered boats. Now we just use sails. Unicorn Overload.
Sorry, Elaine, but this round's mine.
I feel like earlier on I was definitely calling it Overload. It's like, oh man, they packed this game full of unicorns. It's like overlords. It's like when I speak a little too fast, I always misspeak. So it's like, oh, Unicorn Overload. And it's like, oh, Overlord, fine.
You always were the optimist.
Man.
Damn it.
It's like less likely to gore any like giant octopi with like, what's it called? Like the boats. Now that we've moved on to the steam and coal.
You got a good hit in, I'll give you that. There's just no stopping you these days.
Yet you've grown no less than I have. Still, we could likely train for the rest of our lives, and even then, never manage to best Joseph.
Weird to think he's back on the mainland now. Finally making that Liberation Army thing a reality, huh? Guess that means we'll be going up against Anoira soon.
Indeed it does. People of Cornea are suffering, Lex. Crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to those voices, I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe.
Well, yeah, but Zenoira's got the whole world in the palm of their hand. How are we gonna fight back against that?
The earth may be theirs, but the heavens will surely favor those
It's
who
like, oh
stand
man,
for
we gotta
justice.
call upon divinity to smite Zenoria.
You got a point there. Sorry for not sounding all too confident. Just make sure you don't take it all on yourself. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you, Lex. You know I can't do this without you.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
You're gonna make me
man.
blush. Anyway, that's enough training for today. We're gonna miss lunch if we don't get moving.
I suppose it is that time.
You see something out there?
Oh, hi, hello, TMGB, 12GB, how's it going?
A ship.
Lex is a real sweetie. He's just like really happy to be there. He's like, man, training is a little difficult, but like,
Looks like they're flying Zenoira colors too.
it's really nice to be around you.
This island is no longer safe. We have to tell the others.
With you there. You head for the cathedral. I'll make sure the town knows what's coming.
He's so peppy and excited to just be like friends with Alan.
Seal off the harbor, and do it quick! Not a soul gets off this island under our watch.
Let's see.
All soldiers have alighted, sir!
Dispatch the vanguard to Cathedral. And remember, we're to apprehend the target alive.
Understood, sir!
Amen. Oh man, they were just talking about this place.
O Heavenly Father, ruler of land and sky above, we pray this day for deliverance from evil. Grant us the meager sustenance to nourish our fragile bodies in the times to come. Guide our lost souls on the path to salvation. Shine down your radiant light upon us, for darkness looms thick through all corners of Fevrith. Such is my request as your humble servant.
I feel like the audio's a little messy. Like everything's like out of sync. I have to almost kind of like
And that of the Holy Mother.
click the button so that it doesn't like.
Is that you, Elaine?
It's like there's a lack of thrones in church. Is there anywhere to sit here? Do the pews have seating here? Or does everyone just stand or kneel?
I ask you not to stomp around in the cathedral. What is the meaning of this?
Well, look what we've got here. Seems we're the first to show.
Rough her up if you want, but don't forget, the girl dies and our heads will roll too.
I don't know, why'd you guys bring weapons though?
Such depravity will not go unpunished. Not in the house of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah? Then you best get to praying.
It's like, fight her if you want, you're swinging an axe. What if she's slow? What if she has no reflexes? This is why weapons are a bad idea. Oops.
Not as fast as
Knave. Go to IKEA and buy me a throne. Buy us a set of thrones for the church, please. Even if it's a couple pieces of plywood, we need our followers to sit somewhere. That's why it's so empty in here.
soil. One hoisting the banner of the Zenoiran army.
There's no carpets or pews or nothing.
And are they aware that you're the crown prince?
I sure hope so.
I can't say for certain, but we know one thing. These people are our army, and they must be stopped.
Yes. My cathedral will see no more bloodshed this day.
It's like, if you follow me, I'll make sure that, what's it called? All of the seating is restored.
Let's move outside.
All of the buildings have lost their seating ever since the Emperor, like, took all of... Oh wait, there are seats at the pew. My bad.
It's a relief to see you.
I was like, man, there's a huge gap between, like, the pews and, like, what's it called? The altar. I have to, like, get binoculars just to, like, see a
Where's
sermon.
He went ahead to alert the town. We best find him and get to the harbor.
Indeed.
It's like, never mind, Knave. It's like, do a chargeback on your credit card. A ring. Please pawn this. We need for some extra scene.
The Ring of the Unicorn. Queen Elenia wished for you to have it. In truth, I had intended to wait till signs of age played more deeply across your face.
It's like, I wanted to wait till there was a mustache.
Luxury.
I wanted you to grow a really cool mustache like mine. Then I'll know you were old enough to handle the Ring of the Unicorn.
Keepsake from my mother. Thank you for this, Joseph. Truly.
Make no further mention of it. Now, let us be off.
Your mother wanted you to pawn this when you got older. She hated the design after the unicorn compensation incident. If truth be told, the seatings at the throne of this kingdom, like, we had to make them unappealing so that the emperor wouldn't take them. But now that you have the ring, you can get a better one. You can bait him and fight him. Be like, ooh, now this kingdom has better seating. Let's see, deploying units. Allied units are deployed from the base inside the blue flag. Move the cursor on the command post. Give Allian. Spend valor to deploy units. Alan's unit. There we go.
The day will be ours.
Deploying a unit consumes 1 valor point from the gauge. A valor point can be replenished by defeating enemies, liberating towns, and more. Alan, look, they've reached the town. Then we know our first aim. We must dispatch those soldiers as quickly as possible. So we can finally commission an artisan I've always admired. His commission should be open when you're older. If truth be told, I was waiting for more expensive commissions to come around.
Time is at hand.
But what's it called? I'm feeling a little nerve-wracked having this in my hands.
To me.
When the allied unit encounters this battle, new menu appears. Use it to organize your forces and view enemy details. Select battle once you finish preparing to enter the fray. So let's see. Loadout isn't too flexible. Skills are just what to look at. What's it called? Different traits. Stats. Same for you. Battles play out automatically according to various predetermined rules. First, initiative determines their turn in battle. When a combat unit arrives, they will use one of their active skills. Using active skills uses AP. Combatants will take use turning active skills into order according to their initiatives. Battle will continue until all units run out of AP. Passive skills trigger automatically. First, Alan's Noble Guard skill triggers when he's attacked, causing him to protect himself using PP. Oh man, another game that uses PP as a skill. What's it called? I just had a thing in like Pokemon where I found out that was it called the power points were called PP. I'm so glad we get more PP in this game. Next, Scarlet's quick heal skill triggers when the ally takes damage, thus healing him. Well, I guess a lot of them just kind of trigger through battle. So you have to start fights based off of which like active and passive skills work. Parting blow skill triggers at the end of battle. Battle will end. Gotta get going. Thank you all for the steam. Oh, no problem, Alchemist Rookie. I'm glad you're here. Do you know about the PP increasing items? It's like, oh man, I need to... I have to go to the market to enhance the PP abilities. Press Y to view. Oh, you can't view it now, though. Let's see. Battle results either side. Upon losing, knockback, enter waiting state. We almost have them. Just one more push. Is this a game where you really have like items and such? Unironically, there's an item in Pokemon called PP Max. I feel like in Pokemon it's so egregious because what's it called? With Pokemon, like they give you like items based on it, so it's like it's like your kind of main mode of fighting, your power points. So like You think like, oh yeah, like we're just going to call it PowerPoints the whole time. It's like, nah, we're abbreviating that as PP. So you get all of your PP items.
The path is set.
Let's see, engaging a unit grants first strike. Ah, the lean edge. Alright, that was an easy one. I guess the game will let me know when there's really hard fights to come. Good. All that remains now is to reclaim the town. That's where Lex is headed, right? I hope he's okay. Garrisoning a unit in town will allow them to liberate the facility. Okay, move Alain's units to the town. There we go. Wait, spend what points? Oh, Valor points. Spend VP. Gain 2 stamina. Alright.
Onward. 'Tis ours now.
Liberating facilities will replenish Valor points and boost your score upon completing the stage. Liberated facilities will serve as bases. Lex! Hey, sorry about that. They caught me off guard there. But don't worry, everyone's safe. I made sure of it. I knew I was right to count on you, and I'm glad you're unharmed as well. Still wish I could have done more though. Here, let me scout ahead and make up for it. Units can be ordered to move at any location you specify. Select Lex to move him. Alright. Move.
Sure thing. You got it. So, what next?
Just what I was hoping for. It's time to show these guys what I'm made of. Lex's unit. That's only one person.
Ready.
Like, isn't this a bit dangerous? There's 2 of these guys. Engage and fight, organize. Let's see what this dude's loadout is. Wording slash. I guess I'll find out once I engage. Lose. Damn it. I might have gotten too eager there. Lex! No, we'll never make it in time. Allow me, your highness. Unit mobility have different degrees of mobility. A unit combined mobility is determined the individual mobility stats. Let's deploy Joseph's unit. Oh, it's deploying Joseph there. There we go.
In service of the royal family,
Move.
I'll not fail you.
I am your foe this day. Prepare to be struck down. When 2 allied units are in close proximity, one can swap one for the other. Using L and R, you can swap in place. You'll see a prediction of how much damage they'll take. Note how predictions change when swapping units. Oh, that's pretty... Oh, this is the way.
This is... It's not looking great.
I shall hold nothing back.
PB up! Joseph. That's a little indecent. Doing that during battle. Put it away, sir.
Healing.
Alright.
Glory to the liberation. For the liberation.
Lex, are you okay? Somehow, yeah. Sorry for making you worry. You know, it's a miracle you can even put your armor on straight. Here, this medicine should perk you up again. Acquire healing tonic. When combatants' HP falls below 0, they will be incapacitated. Items and skills that restore HP and revive. Okay, selecting items. That's pretty good.
I don't know.
I needed that. Chloe, perhaps you'd better serve watching after Lex directly. I fear he's a bit of a liability on his own. Very much agreed. Hey, that's mean to Lex. No more messing around, Lex. I'll be keeping a close eye on you. Ugh. Now then, this area appears to be safe for the time being. Let's hurry to the harbor. My word, but that's Hodrick. He and I used to stand in his stalwart pillars of Cornea's defense. What might possibly have changed him? Prepare yourself, rebels. Any foolish young enough to defy Emperor Galerius must be put to the sword. It seems combat's our only path forward. Indeed, riddling this land of the enemy must be our first and only priority, no matter who that enemy may be. Alright, let's see. Selecting multiple units. Multiple can be used at once, giving them the same order at once. After selecting the desired units, release A to choose the destination, and to order all select units to head towards that location. Ordering a unit to move or pressing A will automatically pause the game. Move-in items can be used even when the game is paused.
I'm up.
Oh wait, no. Oops.
On it.
Awaiting your command.
Ready.
I'll not fail you.
Select and then
Sure thing.
details. Oh, it's just details.
Ready.
Select relay points.
Awaiting your command.
There we go. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty solid. What's it called? It's almost the end of the week, so it's been pretty nice. I think,
Yes, sir. Sure thing. On it. I'm up.
there we go.
Got it.
I have arrived. Come,
I'm ready to
gaze upon.
This one's mine.
It should be good, yeah.
I'm ready to
Gaze
Yeah, how are things going on your end? What's it called? For the most part, I'm just kind of like doing some work. It's like almost most of the way through the month, so it's usually around the time when work gets a little more quiet. I think last weekend I had to have like a shorter like Persona stream because of Father's Day.
I've not chosen.
Went out to a place that had like southern food, but like everything was so like, what's it called?
ready. On it.
Everything was so salty.
The path is set.
Let's see.
You don't stand.
There's
I'm
Lex.
ready to hit something.
You face. Come.
You don't stand.
Gaze upon the face of your demise. Come then.
Man, Joseph's really good in
This one's
this.
mine.
Come.
Yeah, what's it called? My roommate Amana ordered like fried chicken that was like the batter was so salty and like what's it called? I had like what's it called? Like these like corn pancakes, and while they were really delicious, they had butter pats on them that were super salty, so it was like hard to eat. I've been by the coast for work this week, so I've been having a lot of fish dishes. That's awesome. What's it called? Fresh seafood's always really good.
A trivial undertaking. We march. To me.
Sure thing.
What would you ask?
Been loving it. Also some vegetarian meals.
You face me.
Yeah, I feel like usually I like to have like a really good balance between the two. Like I usually like to, I try to eat a little bit less meat throughout the week, but you know, sometimes on the weekends you like to kind of treat yourself a little bit. Sorry, I want to give Lex a shot, and I'm like, was this a good decision? Oh, there was one. I went to a potager, which is really cute. What is that? It's a community garden kitchen. Oh, that is really cute. That sounds really awesome. I feel like there aren't too many around, or there aren't too many places around here that like kind of like grow their own like produce. I have to go a little bit more south for it, but like either a little more south or a little bit more north. But it's been pretty nice to like kind of go out and be able to like find new places to eat at. It's always been a really fun part about like weekends, is just kind of like being able to find places to experiment with. Like, I'm kind of like a foodie, so it's one of those things where I try to do the most to try to venture out and find new things. It's kind of a food desert-ish sort of thing, but I think like as I start to kind of like travel around a bit, like it's nice to find some of like the hidden gems in the city.
I'll not fail you. By your word. Onward. Ready. Yes, sir.
Like I feel like I'm trying to figure out like what are some recent places I've found as like a nice change of pace.
I shall hold. This is come. You face me.
Let's start with you,
I shall
Wilbur.
hold nothing back.
Actually, moving in a couple months to a much larger city, I'm excited to explore the food places there. Yeah, it's really fascinating when you kind of like move to a new place and you have to kind of find like the places nearby. I know that, what's it called, I kind of moved around like a little bit throughout the past, like, I think since like 2018 I've been moving out and kind of going. There was like 2 different places I've been, but like each one kind of, your sort of main questions are like, where's some places I can get to by foot, and which places can I get to like for like maybe like a short distance.
I fail to understand, Holdrick. What has motivated this shift in allegiance?
Like my old place, it was a little easier to walk to like the store, but at the same time, like where I'm at now, like is pretty close to like at least a lot of like the kind of big major stores. So that walkability is kind of gone. It really sucks, but it is relatively close by to things, so it gives you like kind of a better understanding of like what new places like are opened and such.
Glory to the liberation.
Be part of Laxus Discord. I am not at the moment, so what's it called? Wait, King, I'm part of King Zexos. I don't have my own personal Discord, but I ended up following a lot of my like friends and brothers' Discords. So what's it called? I'm on King Zexos, I'm on Soren's. But probably gonna need Laxus soon. Such firm defenses. Our weapons barely leave a scratch. Perhaps my magic will work then. Leave this to me, Alan. Hold fast forward the game, advance time quickly. Can be used both in stages and in battles.
Your gaze upon you face me.
Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this?
Oh,
You, who once stood as my
I'll
mother's
post
loyal
footage
guard.
on Soren's Discord then. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look. I need to, what's it called? It'd be really nice to look into.
Enough of your questions, Whelp. Interfere, and I shall see you suffer for it.
Yeah, I guess at some point you start to get a little bit complacent when it comes to like food places, like when you kind of get close by. I feel like recently I've mostly just been getting like a lot of like usually burritos, Arabic food. There's a really nice Arabic place by us. There's a nice there's like maybe 3 places to get ramen, but like 2 are way farther. And like the 2 that are nearby, like one is amazing, one isn't.
I'm up.
Come this
Let's
way.
see. I
You
suppose
face
I'll
me,
give
Engage.
Alan
Instead,
the.
your villainy ends here.
I should have given it to Lex. That would have been fun. Oops.
A fine job.
All right.
Step forth.
I can't fail my sacred mission.
Victory grows ever closer.
Oh, I see it right now. Ooh, this looks really beautiful. Yeah, I feel like probably the closest we have to something like this are like botanical gardens. I like lentil. I like lentil and beets. This looks really awesome. I love vegetarian like cuisine, so seeing like all this fresh food. Oh, this egg looks really nice and crispy. I try to make everything with like mushrooms, so like it's one of those things like seeing like fresh mushrooms and such being cooked, like is always something that inspires me. Yeah, I feel like for like these, for something like this, I would have to go to like a botanical garden a little bit more. There's a little ways to go, but I know we have a couple that's really nice. Meze, which is lentils, beets, sourdough, bread, hummus, yogurt, pickled
What
cabbage.
foolishness is
I mean, that
this?
sounds really nice and refreshing.
One such as I, brought low by the corneate vermin that gnawed our ankles. You've fallen far indeed.
Remember all the summers we used to have.
How many times did you stare death in the face at her majesty's
Remember that
side?
time we used to go out.
Now, look what you've become. I may stand as your swordmaster no longer, but I can yet offer you a merciful end to your descent.
Wait.
Wait, what if we like... What if I made him a good guy?
Your Highness,
Tell me, Hodrick. Do you remember the times you and I played together? When I was still just a boy? Yours was a bond of loyalty few knights could hope to equal. Why cast that aside and bend the knee to Galerius? I refuse to cut down a friend without first knowing how we've reached this grim conclusion. A simple reason is all I ask.
I had no choice. Is it a no choice thing? Or is it full choice?
Elaine!
Oh, Elaine, my bad.
The ring!
I was like, is it Alan or is it Elaine?
my head.
Oh, and mushroom steaks, yeah. And, like, I feel like we used to make them with, like, portobello mushroom. Just kind of like, what's it called? Like, just kind of like putting the entire, like, kind of big mushroom cap on the grill and kind of like letting it get, like, charred a bit. I feel like I should get it back into that because I feel like usually when I cook mushrooms, I usually get, like, the small ones and just kind of make, like, I guess kind of like little like steak tips with them instead of like kind of like slicing them to be in like kind of just like slicing the big ones or making like steaks from them. Yeah, the price of meat's gotten really rough. I think
What am I doing here?
for the most part I've been having to either just deal with like just kind of whatever affordable meat I could get or like impossible meat and kind of just tinkering with the two. I try to look up like kind of substitutes with mushrooms as well to be able to work with them a bit.
'Tis the only way I can think to describe it, my
Getting like
prince.
the regular ones from the store is good, but like at the Asian market it's really nice because they have like the enoki ones or like the
That
trumpets.
ill-fated day, all the lords closest to your mother turned upon her without so much as a moment's notice. Unfortunately, my memories end there as well.
A frightful power, if what you say is true. This spell of control, it could be called. Such magic would go far in explaining how Galerius so swiftly
Grocery
brought
store
Ulrich
meat that's
to
on
his
sale,
knees.
lentils, mushrooms, grains to bulk out meals. I should work with more
I
lentils.
shudder to think what
I think one of my
unspeakable evil
favorite
I've brought
dishes
upon our world
is
these
what's
last
it
10
called? This
years.
Arabic like rice dish, which is mujadara, where it's like a spiced rice with lentils and like fried onion on top. It's just really like nice, warm, like
Though
home
there is
cooking
no
for me.
greater misdeed than
But
turning my
I
spirit
think being
upon
able to
you
make
for
something like a
slay.
soup or like kind of like a patty with it. Like I've seen lentils like being made using like, or I guess using lentils to make like sort of like patties and such.
That's enough. You mustn't blame yourself any further.
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
But I do wonder.
I can get it at the store, or I can get it at like the Arabic restaurant, but it's not the same. Like, what's it called? It's better when you can control exactly how much fried onion you could put on it.
In truth,
I feel like they don't like
to be
salt it
near
enough,
regalia,
or sometimes
a symbol of your
it's nice to have it
birthright,
really
nothing
salty
more.
and like really like kind of just like warm.
to think the power of cleansing truly exists. Your Highness, that is the ring of the unicorn, ancestral treasure of Cornea's
A fiend for
royal
fried onion,
lineage.
crispy. Yeah, the what's it called? Or like what's it called? Like the ones that you put it as like topping, like the French's ones. That's like something where like it's dangerous because you end up snacking on it and it ends up becoming like a second meal, and you're like, wait a second, this is a snack, but like it has like the same amount of like. It's as healthy for me as eating like an actual dinner, and it's like, wait a second. It's a little risky when you're not having it as like a, what's it called? Like a holiday to use it for. Like how in like, what's it called? Some holidays you would put like a what's it called? Like a green bean casserole with it, or putting like just it over a casserole and such. Or like, what's it called? It's usually like caramelized fried onion when you put it on the mujadara, so it's like kind of like that nice sweet, like crispy, like kind of taste to it. It's a similar story about the holy unicorn. How is a sacred beast able to purge? Let me see the text log a sec. Let's see. Truth played the Mir Regalia. It's the ring of the North. Speak of the ancestors wielding it for pure evil. Believe the tales of fiction. I just take a picture of the screen just to get a good remembrance. No.
It's entirely possible that the ring that bears its image is somehow capable of that same power.
Man, we just gotta put unicorns on everything if it means we get to like purify like people's like corrupted like
Should
kind of
Galerius'
brainwashing
rule be built
things.
upon a foul sorcery that fetters our people,
We gotta mass produce this ring.
then this ring is the ray of light that will pierce its wicked heart.
Your words ring true, my prince.
Your words are pretty cool, bro.
Indeed. Were we able to free those bound by his cruel magics?
Magic.
It might just bring the iron wall.
I always
of
love it
Zamora
when magic
crashing
is spelled
down.
with a K at the end. It almost kind of seems like hyper specific. Like it's not magic, it's magic.
All told, I've often found
Magic.
myself plagued with doubt. Is it justice that guides
Or like a
march,
Q,
or
like
paltry
magic.
vendetta? Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it. Walk it I will, Mother.
Yeah, walk it, work it.
Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home.
I know I'm gonna be
Mists
another
that will
maybe
soon be dispelled.
15 and a half an hour.
It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled, and slay Galerius like the beast he is.
The dog. Oh man, normal bull. Let's see. Hopefully this isn't turbo powered by any. If I find any horses on here, like I'm gonna have a complaint. We abolished that after the class action lawsuit. This is powered organically and not by horses. How does Hodrick fare?
Well, all things considered, and fog that lingered in his mind seems to have cleared, and he stands ready to fight once more.
Oh, cool.
By the way, Your Highness, allow me to brief on our plans for when we arrive. Among the Liberation members I've mustered in my past excursions is a young yet skilled knight by the name of Clive.
Clive.
I'll ride to bring him to you the moment we
Bring
reach solid
Clive Rossfield to our boat.
You have my thanks.
A word, Elaine?
Young man. A word.
Is something wrong?
Well,
Come to me, Ifrit.
no, it's nothing.
I was so addicted to that game when I played it offline last year. I still have to finish it because I'm on like kind of like I was like almost at the very end. Like I just have like one more side quest, but I was holding out for the DLC. But now that it's here, I'm like, oh man, I have to actually buy this at some point so I could clear through it. But I loved that game. I loved Clive and Joshua.
Are you sure? Anxiety will be the death of you if you keep it bottled up like that.
It really is.
Wait, you asked for a word,
I
but
assure
you
you.
also don't want this to.
It's just
You
our lives
mentioned-
have changed so drastically from the peace we had only yesterday.
Oh yeah, Ben Starr's a treasure. I love following him so much because he's just like not only like deeply in love with just like Final Fantasy, but he has such a good like sort of relationship with like a lot of like or a good connection with not only a lot of the people from like the Final Fantasy game he was in, but also like other voice actors that he was able to kind of mesh with during like award shows and such. So they're always just kind of collabing and just doing little funny things with each other. I always think of like when he wanted to play as Mario and like he had his like lines and he was like, "Fuck you, it's me, Mario. It is I, Mario."
It's why I've spent all these years training under Joseph's careful instruction.
He's also a big fan of Final Fantasy VIII, so I'm
Shame you
always
never had the chance to meet my mother.
it's always nice to be
She was
like,
always
"Oh
one of
man,
the
like
biggest paths
another
forward.
like
Roy Blade
another
Down.
thread about how goated Final Fantasy VIII is." Can't believe he's also part of Natural Six, become my new favorite D&D show. Hey, play some D&D or? Shame you never had a chance to meet my mother. She was always one blaze glory for a bladed arm.
But as her heir, I intend to lead in much the same way.
Let's see. We've changed so much from the piece we had only yesterday. Having to prep up in advance for war.
Is that why you and Lex spend all your days banging swords down at the shore?
I still need to play this. I still need to play the Xenoblade games. I feel like 2 and 3 have been like. I always hear good things about like actually 1 through 3, but every time a new game comes out or people mention it, like it's always something where it sounds so cool, and I'm just like, oh man, that would be really nice. Like it'd be. You get like a lot of FOMO when you see a lot of people talking about something that's like really good.
You know, Podrick was likely but one of
I
many.
probably of a lot of the game series I miss out, like probably the 2 I have the most FOMO about is probably like Drakengard 3 and like the Xenoblade games.
And assuming the others who surrendered to Zoira are being controlled as he was, we may just stand a chance in this.
I wonder if I know Harry
Yet
McIntyre
our
from
liberation is
others.
still in its nascent days. Promising, yes, but gravely fragile as well. Which is precisely why I'll need your help, Scarlet. To reclaim peace for all who have suffered.
Elaine, Of course. I'll do everything I can, as is my role as a priestess of the Palavian Church.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Of course, I wouldn't forget about Lex. Oh, baby Lex.
Lex?
Don't lecture Lex. He's just trying his best.
What?
I'm sorry, my prince.
He can be a
Corey
fool
doesn't
around
come
me.
naturally
I like it being a fool.
It's all right. When you've known each other as long as we have, there's no reason to let
Oh,
formality.
that's so cute. Alan knows the right words to say. It seems like everyone's like, don't listen to Lex, he's dumb. And then Alan's like, when you have a bond like ours, you understand everything about one another. It's like, no,
But there are protocols
he's
to
dumb.
observe, rules we must follow as vassals in service of the crown. Still, I'm of the same mind. What mind he has, that is.
Don't be mean.
I'll give my all in the royal name, your majesty.
Thank you all. I couldn't ask for a finer group of friends.
Oh, my sweeties. Let's see. I guess probably just numero uno. Intermission. Let's see. So let's see. This is probably the really easy mode. Looking to win battles without difficulty. Standard, regular difficulty. First time seeking a moderate challenge. This is tactical gameplay. Familiar with strategy. I guess I'll do normal. I've been trying to pick normal a lot more often. Because I feel like sometimes, like, it'll be that thing where, like, you get scared so you want to do easy. But, like, sometimes, like, easy's too easy. Played the first two when I was younger. I didn't understand the thing that I played all the current Nier games. I guess probably the reason why I feel like Drakengard is something that I've been, like, itching to play is because I wound up playing, like, the current ones. Or, like, I played Automata first, and I was, like, kind of, like, I loved it a lot. But, like, I just finished, like, Nier Replicant maybe earlier this month, and it was, like, one of, like, probably, like, my favorite new, like, games. At least, like, what's it called? It would probably be at least within, like, maybe a top 10 if I, like, thinking about it. I might have to, like, sort it around the list of, like, maybe, like, a top 20, but I feel like it's at least within my top 10, if not 5. It was a really good one. I really endeared to all those characters. But yeah, Automata was That was also a really nice gateway into it. Like, I really endeared to a lot of the characters. The music was amazing. Like, that was something where it was like probably the first time in a while where I was like, I need to have like the soundtrack as well. Like, I feel like I usually only got that with like the Final Fantasy games, of like wanting to have like the physical soundtracks. Alain, why have you stopped? I wanted to talk about soundtracks. 9S. Oh yeah, Kyle McCarley, yeah. He did such an awesome job with 9S. Like, what's it called? Just kind of seeing him kind of like go from being like somebody that's trying to like get like 2B to perk up to just like everything that happens in that game. Like the shut up screaming, that like really got me when I first like heard it. I was like, no, no, not 9S, not my Ninza. Oh shit!
I should have known you'd be behind this treachery.
A man Renault and his kung fu treachery.
What is the meaning of this? Apologies for the icy reception.
I just wanted to hit people.
Business with the girl. What business could you have, Scarlet? Unhand her this instant. No, I don't think that will be happening. I act under orders from Emperor Galerius himself. As for what he plans to do with her, that's not for one of my station to know.
Wait, it's like Gon.
Yet I shall see it done all the same.
Oh, not the horse. We have to avenge the horse. Damn it. My work here is done. I leave the rest to you in your capable hands. Don't worry, boss. I'll earn my keep and plenty more. Straight into the hornet's nest, huh? Gotta do something, Alan. Hear me, soldiers of Cornea. I ask you to stand aside to your returning prince. Sorry, kid, can't do that. It's nothing personal, just following orders for the guy paying the coin. Damn it. We have no hope of overcoming such numbers. Your Highness. With us, everyone, I beg you. Come, my prince. Oh, this is where Clive is.
I'm ashamed to hear you met such misfortune before I arrived.
We had a lot of misfortune.
Your Highness, this man is Clive, the knight we spoke of earlier.
Oh, hello, Clive.
Still, it rankles the mind. I never would have dreamt that Galerius was after Scarlet, and not you, my prince.
Yeah, what gives?
Who was that knight who took her?
I would take me if I was him.
His name is Renault, formerly a proud servant of Queen Elenia, not unlike myself. And just as I fell victim to Galerius and his foul magic, it would seem he has met with a...
All the same, why Scarlet?
Oh, that's mean. I was trying to get the timing right. It just made it seem like Alan cut it off to be rude.
Lately I've heard tell of Zenoira's desire to spread its roots into the Orthodoxy, making one with direct ties a prime target.
In any case, the risk to her safety is clear should she fall into Galerius's hands. And sitting idly by only serves to stoke my worry further. Let us be off at once.
Oh!
Wouldn't do that if I was you. No chance you're helping the girl if you don't even know where you're going.
I feel like I've seen this guy before. I feel like when I saw a lot of the promo art, I was really looking forward to meeting Travis.
Don't worry, he's a friend. A collaborator of mine by the name of Travis.
Fancy way to refer to a spy. You need intel, dirt, or just the latest weather, I'm your man.
Oh, you're my man.
And what of Renault?
Oh.
road east, faster than a clap of thunder. I can only assume he's going for city. But the real problem is his army of mercenaries. We won't after Renault. We've got to go through them.
Your Highness, we all share your sense of urgency, but we've no hope of aiding Scarlet without first routing the enemy before us.
Right. We depart as soon as we're able.
Right. Let me see if I could save here. That fortress over there serves as the enemy command post. Indeed. I have to head to bed. Have a wonderful rest of the stream, Rachna. Have a wonderful time sleeping. Hope you get some really good rest. And I'm really happy you were able to stop by. Indeed, Your Highness. And the region will not know peace unless we claim it as our own. Options. Let me see if there's like an option to save. Where's an option to turn myself in? Let's see. Maybe that's the delay. Bye bye. Bye. Housecarl, excellent attackers who can lower defense. As for us, this fortress here is our first and final line of defense. The enemy overruns it, we have nowhere else to run. Then we defend it at any cost, and proceed forth with extreme caution. Stage stop. There we go. I'm gonna save here. Might head out, because what's it called? It's getting close to, what's it called? Food time. But, But I am going to be heading out. Turn this off. And thank y'all so much for coming along. It was really awesome to be able to give this game a try. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to diving a little further into it as time goes on. It looks like it's really cool. Or it looks like it's gonna be like a really neat one to be able to see like how much like goes into sort of Elaine's journey. In case this is your first time watching, I am Rachna. I am an alien from beyond the stars. And I have the ability to be able to imbue things with a magical aura. So when I poke my beauty mark over here, when I poke that and poke the mic, I send out all kinds of positive vibes across the airwaves. But this Sunday, I'll be getting a little further into Persona 3. So until then, I'll be seeing you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.